Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Gina. I am overwhelmed with Elvis stuff at the moment. These are all books I've got recently. Some of them, or most of them, I've actually mentioned on my channel, but a lot of them still need to have a lengthy review because I've been asked to review quite a few of them. What else? I'll just move the camera along on the tripod. I have opened this deck of cards that I received from Canada, and even though there's no photos on them, and I've got the sticker that I've peeled off the side of it, it's just, as I said, it's a beautiful deck of cards. See if we can do that. Don't know if we can read that. Yeah, there it is. Beautiful deck. They're all the same, the front, and the actual playing cards are your standard playing cards, okay? But when you've got the jacks, queens and kings, and the aces and jokers and so on, they're quite different. For instance, the joker is a hound dog. Rather clever. One of the aces, only one, I don't know why, ace of spades, is a specific type of image of Elvis. Then you've got two extras, that's your standard front, and the back is that and that. So I guess they're just extra cards that you can use for anything you need to. Now the jacks, let me see, the jacks, queens and kings, they're all slightly different. It's sort of hard to explain. I'll just go through them. Jack of spades, sorry. Jack of spades, clubs, isn't it? Yeah, forget what the cards are. So you've got the same face, but the actual outfits are slightly different. Then you've got the jack of hearts and the jack of diamonds. The queen, of course, is presumably Priscilla. Again, the same image for the face, slightly different clothing, and the diamonds and the hearts. Okay, the king, of course, is Elvis. King of spades, king of clubs. You see the difference in the outfits? That's that's a bit like Jailhouse Rock, that one, isn't it? And then you've got the king of diamonds and king of hearts. And again, actually the face is different from the first two. The first two seem to be early Elvis, and the diamonds and hearts are later Elvis. So a really interesting deck of cards. Now this video is going to be a bit short because I'm going to concentrate on another video, a separate video on this that I received in the mail today. This beautiful, beautiful set. But anyway, that's in the background. Now the other thing I just wanted to talk about today, I watched this video last night, and I've got to be honest, I had a bit of a cry. I'm glad I've got it, and I'll be watching it again. I'll be showing some of my friends who are Elvis fans. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's about a woman who's separated from her husband. Her husband left her because she was such an Elvis fan. He thought she loved him, Elvis, more than she loved him, so he left her and married or got together with someone else and had 2 kids. And the story is quite involved, but every time you go into Joyce, the lady's house, of course, it's Elvis. She's got a shrine on the front veranda, and you go in the house and there's just pictures. And to make that movie, they must have, God, I don't know where they dredged up all the stuff. They must have borrowed some of the figurines and pictures and stuff they had. Yeah, they really made the house look terrific. But the thing that, how can I say, upset me, I was, well, some of you know my husband was a motorcyclist, a very keen motorcyclist, and he never had a serious accident on his bike. But in this movie, Jack, Joyce's ex-husband, rides a big Harley, huge motorcycle, and he picks up his daughter for a ride one day, and she has an old leather jacket on, and he lends her his crash helmet, and he's riding bareheaded, and they're going along and they're enjoying the ride, and then there's a crash, and they end up in hospital. The little girl's all right because she's had the crash helmet, but he's in intensive care. Well, it just, like I said, even though Ken was never in hospital through a motorcycle accident, they had quite a bit of the film. They, filmed in a hospital in the intensive care ward, and I just, God, it got to me. Between the bits and pieces in the movie where they talk about Elvis, Elvis being dead, and then seeing this thing in it really, God, it got to me. So, yeah, but it's, yeah, a lovely movie. I really enjoyed it. I know some people say it's corny, but yeah, I think it was nice. And talking about movies that relate to Elvis in some way, this is another one that brought tears to my eyes. Touched by Love is about, for those of you who don't know, a little girl, disabled girl, in her home, and one of her carer came to know that she loved Elvis. The little girl loved Elvis, and the little girl was trying to keep it a secret, but I think she was embarrassed. She didn't want any of the other staff and people to know. But anyway, her carer found out, and they started writing to Elvis, and eventually they got letters back from him. Apparently it is based on a true story. But it's a beautiful, beautiful. I'm not going to tell you how it ends. It's a sad film, but it's a beautiful story. So there's two. I know there's quite a few movies that relate to Elvis in some way or another. Some of them are good and some of them are not so good at all. So while Elvis himself, of course, isn't in these films, he's mentioned a lot. There's lots of photos and lots of stuff about him. And it's all good. It's all positive stuff. Beautiful stuff. Anyway, yep, short and sweet. What have we got here that I can talk about? I've only used this for 5 minutes, haven't I? Let's see. Well, I've started to read this one. It's quite good. I started to read that one. I've got bookmarks in all of these books. This one's a heavy-duty one. I think I'll leave that one to last. Dewey and Phillips, of course. The King and Dr. Nick is something I want to do a really good review on, because that and Elvis and the Colonel, Colonel Parker and Dr. Nick are two of the most controversial figures in Elvis's life, and these books are the best I've ever read. Now, you can tell me, yeah, there's lots of books written, how do you know which one to believe? Well, when you read them, you'll understand what I mean about what you can learn from some books, and other books you figure out to ignore because they're just not particularly well written or truthful. So, anyway, there we are. I will end this one and start a new one for this, because I'm going to play, play the disc, the CDs in the background, and I didn't want to do that while I was talking about these, because it's I want you to hear some of this the CDs from the set that I bought today. See you later. Bye.